Right then, welcome to this very first video help sheet, which is all about getting started with Outlook. So let's open up Outlook. Now, the easiest way to do this is on your keyboard to press the Start button, that's the circle with the flag on it, and then to type in the word OUT. Now, I don't think there's any other software that begins OUT, and you should see your program, Outlook 2010, appear here. Click on it, and it will open. Now here is my Outlook screen, and my screen view might look slightly different to the one that you see on your computer. First thing to tell you about is the inbox, and this is the most important area because this is where all the emails that are sent to you go. And you can see I have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 emails there. You may have more, you may have less. Over on the left hand side is the navigation pane. And what's quite useful here is you can see your own email address. Now I'm logged in as with a different email address, but this is quite handy if you've forgotten what your email address and you can write it down. In the navigation pane, you can see there are a number of folders, and the top one is called the inbox. It's in bold with a number 1 beside it. Now that doesn't mean that you've only got one email in your inbox, because you can see here that I've got 7. What it does mean is you've got one email in your inbox that hasn't been read. It's not open, and you can tell which one it is because it's in bold. If I click on it, over here in the reading pane, I can read what the email is. And when I click off that email, you can see that it becomes unbold and the number changes. So in fact now I've read all my emails. So here's my navigation pane, and here's my inbox. I can change the width of this inbox by moving my mouse to the corner and dragging to the left or dragging to the right. And when I drag to the right, you'll notice that I get a few other column headings appear over here, and we'll talk about these later on. Let me put this back. This pane here is called the reading pane. If I click on View, you can see the reading pane is here. If I click on the down arrow, I can change its position. So I could put it at the bottom of the emails. So if I click on an email, I can see the short bit of the email, and I can see more detail about what's in the email. Let me click back on reading pane and put it back to right. On this side, the last column, this is the to-do bar. And this is quite useful if you have planned meetings, or people have sent you requests to meetings, or you've put in notes and reminders to do, and they will appear next to your calendar. You can also see that I'm making this video help guide on Tuesday the 7th of October because this date is selected. If I click on the date like this, it will take you to your calendar and you can see different appointments or meetings. Because I'm logged in as a student, I've not actually got any meetings here. So let's click back onto Mail here to go there. Unless you really want to use this, I personally would click on View, click on To Do Bar, and turn it off. Just gives you a bit more space, so I can stretch this further out. The last bit to think about before we finish this video is our inbox. And you can see at the minute, it's sorted by the date. The newest email at the top. If I click on Newest, you can see it's swapped to the oldest one. I can also group my emails by different features. I can group them by who they've been sent from. So you can see that I, with my proper name, have sent me some emails, and other people have too. If I click on To, I can see who has been sent emails, and normally this would just be you, but sometimes, for example here, you are sent this email along with many other people. This is a Year 7 group that I teach. If I click back on Date, I'm quite happy with this setup. So that is the general picture of what Outlook looks like. And in the next video, we'll do a little bit more management of our emails and see what happens when we delete our email and where it goes.